Does it say recording? Okay. Now how's my voice volume? Does it look good when I'm talking? Alright. Off you go then, dear. Well, hello everybody. It's been a while since I've done a video. You will notice the lighting's better. And that's because I'm sitting in the new chair that my wife bought me. And I've got 3 lights staring me in the eyeball, so I'm going slightly blind. But this is going to be it's been a reasonably strange year and Merry Christmas video. Mostly for the family. Milady's had a hard time. A year ago today, she had a husband that was limited by almost 40 years of MS, but I was still able to do a lot of things that I could walk reasonably, take the dog for a walk, I could be in the yard and work. And then I started to go downhill quickly. Top it off, a couple months ago, arthritis, chronic pain, and diabetes came into the picture, which kind of made walking difficult. I'm getting close to what we used to call a cripple before that became politically incorrect. But now I go out twice a day on a good day and walk around the garden. The rest of the time I spend either in my easy chair or by the computer or my wheelchair. If I'm outside, I'll use the what? I know what it is, I'm looking at it. The electric scooter to get around the yard. And the memory mind word connection is a little strange lately. So she's had a hard time, as is to be expected, adjusting to the new reality of her husband. And her husband's had a reasonably hard time adjusting to the new reality. But things are starting to come together. The medications are doing better. I tried an opioid that my doctor prescribed, but it was just doing weird things to my mind, and I stayed on it for 10 days and thought, no, that's no good, so I went back to a slightly weaker pill and connected it with another pill, and the pain is mostly under control. On a bad night, no med is going to work that doesn't knock you out, short of, say, like morphine. It's really ugly. But we have started to make the adjustment. It's harder on the lady because she's got to watch somebody she loves suffer, and nobody enjoys doing that. The yard is nicely green and growing over, and we've got food growing in it. Papaya is growing on 3 different trees now. We had a really good harvest of lanzoni, which, for those who don't know, are a small plum-sized fruit, not smaller than plums, bigger than cherries. You open them up and the inside has got nice, sweet, juicy segments. Very popular fruit in the Philippines. And we got 30 some odd kilos this year. We couldn't eat it all, and so we shared it with the ladies that help us in the yard. The rambutan, which is really hard to describe. I've got pictures on the web of it. You can look in my pictures and you'll find them somewhere. They are like a spiky plum, except they're red and the spikes aren't hard. But boy, you pop them open and it's just so sweet inside when they're ripe. And we had so many of those we couldn't harvest all of them. But the birds and the bats and other things that creep and crawl that eat fruit are enjoying them still. So that's a good deal. Turtles are inhabiting our ponds, which is kind of neat. You don't see them very often in the daytime. You've got to go out at night to get a view of them. And if you put a light on them, they run away in a hurry, or they can actually move pretty quickly. I'm looking at myself, and I look pretty good in the camera. I like this. So we have tilapia, try that again, tilapia, which is about a trout-sized fish growing in our ponds. And we have turtle. We have kingfishers and ticklings. Tickling's a bird, a land-based bird mostly. We have fruit bats and larger bats. All sorts of little birds inhabit our yard. They come and get the goose food. They like the corn we put out. And the geese mostly leave them to have the leftovers. Sometimes they chase them off, sometimes they don't. We're getting a semi-regular, because we've got 3 laying geese now. We're getting a fair supply of goose eggs, and they're tasty. A little hard to crack because they're so thick, but they are tasty. And we enjoy watching them go around. We had to clip their flying feathers. They were getting off the ground, and that was no good. If they got too high, somebody with an air rifle would have tried to shoot them for food. And all we would have done was wound them and left them to die slowly somewhere in the bush. I should have brought my tea with me. We have made the patio this year a lot nicer. We tiled and painted and made it comfortable out there. We've got to screen it in yet somehow, but we haven't quite figured out the how yet. I have to be stuck in a yard and not get out. This is a nice one. It's green everywhere. We can hear our neighbors, but we can't see them, which is nice. We've got lots of flowers and what have you growing, as you know. But I don't take as many pictures of them because it's hard to get outside with my gear now. I've got to make 2 or 3 trips on the scooter and then set it up and hope that it works right. I'm doing more inside shooting when I can. And it's not always easy to do it. Sometimes I can't sit at the computer and work on it and get it right. It's just a question of pain in the legs, and I find it difficult to make pretty things when I've got sore body parts. It doesn't work well. But we are in our 26th year of marriage. And for Bruce, who bought the Beauty and the Beast for the top of the wedding cake, you'll be glad to know that the Beauty has gotten more beautiful as she ages, and the Beast has gotten nicer as she's helped him to become a better person in well, it's been 26 years of her influence. That's kind of impressive. And I'm amazed that for 20 years, give or take now, I've lived at the same place. It's strange, but I've set down roots, and I enjoy it. Certainly Myra does. It's the Garden Temple is a place of true peace and spirituality. And when she comes home from work, there's a real release release of tension and everything, so she feels better. It's Christmas now, so she'll be home for a week and a half, going into town and what have you, but staying away from classrooms and teaching. So she'll feel better and relax. The yard does as well that way. I enjoy taking the scooter out and stopping in places and looking around it. There has been, as you can see, I would think from my face, a significant weight loss. Just to challenge Bruce a little bit. I'm under 150 now, between 145 and 150 I'm sitting now, depending on the day. And it feels good. It's not so hard on the joints. I've lost, I think, because we didn't have a scale, but I think in the last year and a half, I've lost 80 pounds, give or take, maybe 100, maybe 60. But it's been about 6, 7, 8 inches off the waistline. I've still got a little I can lose yet. Blood sugar is under control. Went crazy yesterday and ate some Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I had a good blood sugar count anyways, under 120. For me, that's where the doctor wants me to stay, 120 or less. And I'm sitting here looking at the yard, and it's a glorious yard to look at. Mother's tree is growing. We're getting avocados now. Years ago, boy, I can say that because I've been here. We've been here that long. Years ago, there was an avocado that fell and wasn't good to eat, so we just let it stay there. And we noticed that the seed had started to change into roots and trees. So we planted it, and now it's about 60 feet high or so, and we harvest not a lot of avocado because it's a little shaded over by the other trees, but it reminds us of Mother a lot. When it comes down, you get to eat it. She always tried very hard to help all of us. I realize that. But Myra and I really appreciate that she took us in when we got married, and she helped us out and while we found our finances and our feet. And she was always there for us. Now this year, and I want to thank you, Bruce, specifically, because you were the one that found the angels and the stuff that we had given Mother for Christmas and sent them down. And we've got them hanging on our window. Later I'm going to turn the camera and try to get a picture of our window and the yard for you. But it's, you know, the lady spent hours putting up the decorations, and she came to me and she said, I'm trying to make that window look like it was Mother, and recognize that it's a special part of our house and she's there. And we feel that way about her, that she is keeping an eye over it. It was always a blessing for us, she was. Well, she was for all of us and many others. But perhaps I, being wild colonial boy who wandered in and out more than the others did, needed her help more and got it more often. And I always liked the way that Bruce and Brenda looked after Mother, especially when she was in her final year or two in the center, the home for the aged, whatever it's called. We would talk, as you know, occasionally on Skype, or as we got a chance and she had a computer there. Well, she was still able to make things work. And she always mentioned how much she enjoyed having you come and visit her, how lonely it was when you were out of town or couldn't come for whatever reason. She really appreciated the time you gave her. So that's probably about it. We've had an interesting year. It wasn't easy, but we have been very lucky that what we have gone through this year has brought us closer together. Made us appreciate more what we have, and has changed our love this year for each other dramatically. Okay, that's got to be about enough of me talking. I'm going to see if I can, well, from where the camera is, just turn it around a bit and get some of the decorations and some of the outside. I don't know how it's going to turn out, this part, but we'll see. So I hope you all have a holy, sacred time at this time of the year, and ways that mean things to you. We're going to be doing our own tradition of sharing each other more than we don't go to parties or gatherings. We just enjoy each other's company at Christmas. In the Bible, Jesus spends a lot of his time at the table with people, sharing and enjoying. And we're not, well, I guess we are trying to follow his example. We share, we eat, and we get to know each other better at the dinner table. We sit and talk, so we share our Christmas that way. Anyway, I'm going to turn it now. So I move in. Don't be surprised when I'm going out of the